The year is 1940. France has fallen. Britain stands alone. Across the Atlantic, America watches, a distant observer to a world on fire. Without the industrial might of the United States, the lifeline of tanks, planes and munitions dries up. Britain, battered and bruised, fights valiantly, but the writing is on the wall. The Lend-Lease Act never exists in this timeline. Churchill's pleas for intervention fall on deaf ears. The once promised arsenal of democracy never arrives. The consequences are devastating. With every passing day, the German war machine tightens its grip on Europe. Without the pressure of a two-front war, Hitler focuses his full fury on the east. The invasion of Russia, while still a logistical nightmare, becomes a brutal war of attrition. The Red Army, starved of vital supplies, fights bravely but ultimately succumbs to the relentless Nazi advance. In the Pacific, the Japanese war machine, unchecked by American might, spreads like wildfire. Pearl Harbor, never attacked, does not awaken the sleeping giant. The Philippines, bereft of support, falls to the invading forces. Without the threat of American retaliation, Japan consolidates its gains in Southeast Asia. The Dutch East Indies, rich in resources, fuel the Japanese war machine. The British Empire, already stretched thin, can offer little resistance. Australia, isolated and vulnerable, braces for invasion. The fear of Japanese domination grips the entire Pacific Rim. The once bright promise of liberation from colonial rule turns to ash in the mouths of those who dared to dream. By 1945, the world bears little resemblance to the one we know. A triumphant Germany, master of Europe, dictates terms from the English Channel to the Ural Mountains. Japan, the undisputed power in the Pacific, carves out a new empire built on exploitation and brutality. The world order, once dominated by European powers, lies in ruins. The United States, having chosen isolation, watches from the sidelines as its former allies are crushed under the heel of tyranny. The dream of a united and free world fades, replaced by a chilling new reality. The ramifications of this alternate history are profound. The development of nuclear weapons, spurred by the urgency of war, is delayed, perhaps indefinitely. The global balance of power shifts irrevocably, with authoritarian regimes holding sway over vast swathes of the globe. The United States, though physically untouched by the ravages of war, emerges from its self-imposed isolation a changed nation. The moral high ground, once a beacon to the world, is lost, replaced by the stain of inaction. The American century, a period of unprecedented prosperity and global influence, never comes to pass. The absence of wartime innovation leaves American industry lagging behind its European counterparts. The economic boom, fueled by wartime production, never materializes. The United States, once poised to lead the world, finds itself relegated to the role of a hesitant bystander in a world reshaped by conflict. The decision to remain neutral, while perhaps driven by a desire to preserve American lives and avoid entanglement in foreign conflicts, comes at a steep price. The world, forever altered by the absence of American leadership, descends into an age of uncertainty and fear. The echoes of this lost opportunity resonate through the decades, a stark reminder of the profound consequences of inaction in the face of global crisis.